Oh, big guys walking down the street in the heat. This is Faten. She's a coffee roaster here in Saudi Arabia who owns Mono Coffee Roasters in Riyadh, and she's asked Shaun and I to go with her for a coffee tasting at Mid-Sajj, a coffee shop on the edge of the financial district. Open only 7 months, Mid-Sajj is one of the newer players in the capital city's coffee game and is owned by this guy, Amar. It's a light and airy space with lots of natural woods and an easy-to-relax color palette. In Saudi, coffee is an integral part of their culture in the form of the Qahwa Arabiya. So I asked Amar, why this specialty coffee thing instead of the traditional qahwa?
Actually, since the specialty coffee started in Saudi Arabia, we find it's more delicious for our traditional coffee. So we are like Saudi, we go with the best of the best coffee all the time. Taste every delicious coffee in the world. And our roastery from Mono, they are the best. Really, they are the best. Let's move to the couch.
Let's move to the couch? Okay, we'll move to the couch. Everything in Mid-Sajj is custom made. From the tables, to the chairs, to the bar, to the fixtures, and to the comfy leather couches. They were also kind enough to prepare a little something for our arrival.
This is a small gift, Mr. Shaun. It's a Panama Geisha.
Wow, Panama Geisha, wow. Thank you, that's very kind.
On this, I need your harsh opinion, Mr. Shaun. Okay?
Oh my gosh, Panama Gesha Natural. Some brewing recommendations. So 95 degrees, 1 to 15, 3 minutes, medium fine.
If you see the recipe photo, if you flip it, you can see like a paint of a famous artist.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And the name, and also
Louis Toffoli. Wow, that's cool. That's a great little detail.
So this really you liked it, or liked it because we are here?
I like the bag. And I like this little clip to the thing. Yeah, the clip is nice.
It took a long time to find this one.
After receiving such a wonderful gift of coffee, Amar and Faten want us to try the geisha and get our feedback. As we head to the bar, I decide to throw the baristas a little curveball. Why you?
Why me?
Yeah, why you? Why not the rest of the guys?
He's the best.
Huh?
He's the best here.
Maybe I don't always want the best, I want the good.
We are all the best here.
You're all the best, okay, good. That's what I like to hear.
You pick someone to make your coffee.
Who's the most junior of you?
You? Why me?
How long have you worked here now?
Maybe 3 months.
Then I would be honored if you make the coffee for us.
Yeah, you're welcome always.
Are you nervous?
No.
Okay, good. Then halas, we're good.
He will make it Panama Geisha now.
Oh, you're not going to make it? I thought you were
I will
going
make
to
it
make it.
if you want espresso or lager.
What, you don't know how to do this?
It's okay, I can.
Oh, then let's do it. Come on. Don't be shy.
I don't know, he started talking about a quality for a coffee.
What?
Abdulaziz Ban.
But so you don't make quality?
Not like that, but he has a responsibility.
He can.
I'm a barista.
A barista doesn't brew coffee?
He makes a coffee better than me.
That's why.
Yeah.
Please.
But he's humble.
Please. I will be honored if you make our coffee.
Drip?
Yes.
Now, some of you may think that I'm being a bit unfair, but I know that whenever I go to a coffee joint, they always want their best barista to make my drink. But that's not how you may experience the cafe. Give me the most junior barista, because a quality-focused shop will not let that barista work the bar unless they have adequate training. And I'm suspecting this is true of Mid-Sajj. So why do you pre-wet the filter?
Okay.
I would say that usually we pre-wet the filter in order to prevent like the oils or or some of the oils from the coffee to go down. Another explanation is to preheat the cup and also the V60 for the coffee to be brewed out.
Oh, very fine, yes. Is that very fine or very medium?
Could be medium fine.
Medium fine,
Yeah.
okay. What kind of roast profile?
Roast profile, I think, would be medium roast.
Medium. This is medium?
I think it's medium too.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I have no idea about roasting, so I'm just giving like a...
That's probably the most honest answer I've ever heard from a barista. From this point, we're going to follow the brewing of the geisha in real time. After grinding, they start off with the first pour. The first pour is about 30 milliliters of hot water that lasts for about 30 seconds. This is to give the coffee time to bloom, and they give it a little stir to, you know, get that bloom to really take effect. The goal for the brew is actually to do a 300 milliliter total brew using 20 grams of coffee, giving it a brew ratio of 1:15.
All total 280.
13, then 110, then 200, then 200.
The second pour starts with the intention of pouring out 100 milliliters of additional water. Notice how he's going in these concentric circles around the edge of the filter. I'm not really sure why he does that, but it's an interesting way to hydrate the coffee and keep the water flowing.
Second pour.
Second pour commences, going to add another 200 milliliters to the pour. As you can see, he's still doing those little concentric circles. It's really the first time that I've really noticed anyone doing that. It's really kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it really does much to help, but it is a pretty way to pour. If you notice, he always starts out in the center, coming out wide, and then rolling into those concentric circles along the edge. We're about almost 2 minutes into the brew time now. Now it's just time to let it finish off, and we're good to go.
ايه بحط
عشان بنجيب الحين القبضة.
So we're pushing up against 3 minutes and 299 milliliters, so it looks like we're right on the money, and it's finishing just in the right amount of time.
Want to sit down and drink?
Good video for us.
Thank you.
Enjoy your coffee.
Thank you. Time.
What is your intention with the coffee?
I usually make sure that when they drink that coffee, they definitely know that this one is a Panama Geisha.
When you talk about the experience, what are those flavors that people expect?
Depends from geisha to geisha. Usually, you can't say what do you expect from the geisha until you know what the roaster are trying to express the coffee with. Some roasters want the geisha to be like with the dark notes. Some want it to be with the fruitiness. Some want it to be with so many things. So
Well, the nice thing about this is that since you're working with a very high quality, personal roaster, to have that conversation with the roaster about what kind of roast profile are you trying to do, or what we would like to have, and what kind of flavors we're trying to pull out.
So usually when I have like a coffee to choose with Miss Faten, I usually try to ask her. So if we're gonna get
Let's ask her.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I want it to be like a unique geisha. Like we have a pattern here for geisha in Saudis. It's always fruitiness and sharp acidity and whatever. But in this one, I chose to roast it in medium city to bring the floral in it and more sweetness in it. When you do it like in espresso or do it in drip, it will be there a very bright sweetness in it, and the body will be like light to medium, so it'll be very smooth. It's having very unique acidity actually, very unique acidity.
So I think this is a good group because the coffee opens up. So when you have Panama Geisha, you really want to highlight the florals.
Yes.
And you really want to highlight the fruit tones by making it open up. So usually the Panama Geisha doesn't, I feel, it doesn't benefit from a very strong and a very heavy taste experience. Over here you have a very strong taste experience. It's very sweet. It has a very unique acidity, and there's the bitterness is there, but it's very low. So it's benefiting a lot from the taste experience. It's a very strong taste experience, but it's lacking the flavor components, the aromatic components. Right? I thought this was a 1:13. So I thought the solution would be to brew it at 1:15.
Yeah.
And then that way it will open up the coffee. But other than that, it's very nice. It's very pleasant coffee to drink. I still think, based on taste, I still think it's a 1:13. So it just appears that way to me.
Yeah.
I will brew it at about 1:16, 1:17.
In the follow-up episode, Shaun and I will be tasting more coffee and espresso from Mid-Sajj and Mono Coffee Roasters. Thanks for watching and see you next time.